I am so glad that you decided to come to another session, and today we're going to be talking about how music has an effect on your life and your health. One of the great things that I find absolutely fascinating about music is that it allows information to go into your brain and be stored in a completely different manner. And it allows you to be able to take very hard subjects and be able to immediately put them in your brain and be able to recall them just like that. There's rhyming, which is a way of songs that allows this information to go in quickly. So why is that important? Well, if you happen to have anxiety when certain music is playing, guess what? You're going to have anxiety when that music plays. When you have certain information automatically going into your brain, what's going to happen? It's just going to go straight on in. There's not going to be a buffer, and you're going to have different issues with either anxiety or frustration or anger or not being able to relax. You know, I have different friends that chase information on the internet just to prove their point. Doesn't matter what the facts are, just to prove their point. So we need to be able to understand that our brain is absorbing stuff all the time. And if we want to have a healthy lifestyle, we want to have a relaxed lifestyle, a positive lifestyle, then we really need to be aware of what type of music that we're playing and what the effect is. You know, one of the great things about music is it's just like the smell. It can take you forward or back in time and allow you to get that feeling that you had. It allows you to constantly be able to play that record, play that song, and immediately go to that point in your life where, bingo, it was happening. You were happy, you were healthy. You know, as I was mentioning, that music allows us to overcome a tremendous amount of things, such as Mel Tillis. He happened to be a country western singer that stuttered. He could not have a conversation like I'm having with you now because he stuttered. But he was a country western singer. He was famous for singing country western. He was using a different part of his brain. So one time when he was getting robbed, he couldn't say, I was getting a rubber. He had to sing in order to get help that he was being robbed. You know, one of those things about music is we wake up to it, we go to sleep. I have a certain piece of music that I wake up to every day. Well, if we're looking to relax, then we need to be able to have music that makes us relaxed. If we want to wake up slowly, we need to have music that allows us to do that. If it's like bang and everything is on, then we need to be aware of that. You know, understanding that music is also generational. Generational in the sense that I don't listen to the same music that my parents or grandparents listened to, and my children definitely don't listen to the music that I listen to. We need to be able to understand that life and music happen in the moment. Yeah, there were songs that my children play that are dressed up and revamped, but the words are there and the underlying melody is there, and I can sing along. So we need to be able to understand that music talks about families and love and responsibility and justice and sexes and the world. And each generation, because of their independence, has their own music to go along with that, you know, like a flag or a banner. Now, one of the things that I want to express is that we don't question the type of music that goes in our head. We don't listen to the words, and we don't understand how the beliefs change due to this music. You know, a good example is that we don't begin to realize what's appropriate when we start dissing other individuals. You know, a beautiful example is the rift between Taylor Swift and Katy Perry. You know, there's a song about that. Well, wait a minute. Do I need to be listening to that type of music? No. Lady Gaga has come out and talked about how music is very sexist and how it's not good representation of how you should have romance or intimate relationships. Matter of fact, some songs that I'm aware of are very misogynic. They are not good in the portrayal of the relationship between men and women. The other thing is that when we have these messages coming across to us in the music, there's conflict, and this conflict can cause us health issues. You know, if we're constantly listening to the blues, we're going to have blues. We're going to be crying the blues. If we happen to be talking about country music, where country music is about getting into a relationship, getting out of a relationship, your dog dying. And my point is that if we're in control of our own self-expression, then we're in control of what's going into our heads. If we are just passing through life and we're not really functioning or making a correction, yeah, we're going to have health issues. Not the ones just going deaf because you got the volume cranked up, but where the messages are going in and what you can expect coming out of life. You know, an example would be we have music that is a banner for us. You know, an example is that when I go kayaking on a large river, what I do is I play a certain set of music in order to psych up. Olympic athletes do the same thing. You can sit in the green room and watch them before their event, and you'll see that they've got earplugs in. A lot of the information and music that they're playing isn't music that you and I typically would listen to, but it has a programming in it that allows the athlete to get in the zone so that they can perform at the highest event. You know, we want to have music that energizes us. I get that. You want to have music that allows you to relax. And if you don't get that, then what can happen is you're going to have sleeping disorders, health issues. You're definitely going to have a divorce if you can't agree on the type of music that you're going to be listening to. And understand that we aren't trained as children that music has a large effect on us. We're not around, and there's no police music, which I want you to know that I'm very happy about. I don't think that there should be censorship of music, of writing. No, that's very bad. We do want a life that's more peaceful and have better intimate relationships. You know, I have a very large collection of music. It's very diverse. I had a period of time where I listened to a lot of blues, and it just helped perpetuate the blues. I had issues with depression, and it just helped perpetuate those. I learned that music was a way for me to escape from the depression by listening to music that wasn't depressing. I mean, let's look at it. You know, you can listen to some music that has some really dark pieces to it, and we just need to be aware that we don't want that in our going in if we want to be happy. So one of the most important things is that my music that I listen to now is primarily jazz, and I'm not taking one side of music versus rap versus hip hop or any other type of music better than the other. Each has its place. Each has its generation that identifies with that type of music, and it's important. But if I want to be getting into a relationship and I want to be able to have an intimate relationship, then I need to understand what type of music they like. I was in a very intimate relationship, and my partner happened to like only music that was very, very relaxing. It would put me to sleep very quickly. It was energizing to them. It was relaxing to them. They didn't necessarily enjoy the type of music that I listened to, which was much faster paced, a lot more complexity to it. But here's the bottom line. What are we going to do when we're programming our mind in order to stay healthy? We should listen to upbeat music. We should listen to positive music. We should listen to music that allows us to feel really, really good. And that helps us stay happy. If we're happier, then our health goes up. Also, if you're having issues in the bedroom, Listen to the type of music that you have in the bedroom. Do you have any music? That's the first question. The second question is it violent music? Or is it soothing music? Or is it romantic music? Does it help the bond? Well, you can put anything you want in that space. And what will happen is you'll see changes just due to the feeling and the ambiance of music. Go ahead, comment. I can't wait to hear what you're going to say about music, because music is polarizing. I get that. Well, I look forward to talking to you, seeing you again. You have a great day.